Hi everyone, I'm just going to wait until I can see some comments come up, because you know what Facebook's like when I do a live feed. I can't see any comments yet, so I'll start. Firstly, just to say that many of you will know that it's 7 years. Oh, hi Carol, I can see yours. That it's 7 years today in the brutal murders of Josh, Harry and George. Now, normally I would do a live from the scene, but it was really cold. Hence, I've still got my hat on and half my coat. It was raining. You know, there were people there. Hi, Malcolm. Thank you. And there were people there and I was speaking to them. And, you know, you get people coming all the time throughout the day, every year. And I can't thank them enough for doing that. Especially, hi, Mark, especially, you know, a day like today when the weather is like that. Hi, Katrina. So normally I'll do a live. I didn't get to do the live because it was cold and it was raining. Then we all went and had a coffee and had a chat, and that was really nice, just to get that bit more time with people who have put their self out. Hi Norma. Hi Joanne. Thank you so much. And one of the things that I said to them today was, I got so many messages today, private messages, you know, informing me that they were thinking of me, thinking of the boys. So many that I couldn't count. More than I have ever got. Which shows me, hi Danny, I really do hope you're doing okay. Which shows me that it's still building momentum. It's not dwindling out, our calls. The momentum is still building. And at the scene today, there was some flowers left there with a note, a lovely note, and it was from a teacher that knew all three of the boys. I won't say the name, but knew all three because all three went to the same academy. And this teacher left a beautiful note to let them know they haven't been forgotten and things like that. And I hope the teacher sees this live, because what I can say, I know who the teacher is. Hi, Debbie. I know who the teacher is. And I will always remember the time when I was there for parents' evening. And you have to wait around to see one teacher after another. And the teacher that my son was most looking forward to seeing was that same teacher who left those flowers and that lovely note there at the scene for the boys today. So I want to thank you. I know who you are. And I remember that moment with my son at parents' evening. It was only you he was looking forward to seeing. Hi, Paul. Hope you're doing okay. So as you know, it's 7 years today, and I'm just no further on in my fight. Further on with the evidence I've gained, but no further on in the fight. When you think that all I want is someone to listen, someone in this system to listen, there must be good people in there, because the system's too big for it not to be. To keep being told every time I approach a department or the coroner, which I did in the past, to tell me, well, if you give your evidence, hi Alan, thank you for your call today. If you give the police your evidence, then we will have a look at what you're saying. That is utter madness. Why would we give the police the evidence we have when it was them who was covered it up? It's absolutely the system. You know, I remember, or I believed we had good foundations and traditions that made us a great country. But where it's all gone over the years, I don't know. Have we been too tolerant to the intolerance? Yeah, more than likely. I've always known, as I'm sure many of you have, that there's there's always been corruption in the police. Hi Thomas, hi Rita, thank you for joining. There's always been corruption in the police, but to this extent, to the extent of innocent being murdered, abuse to children, everything being ignored. You know, if something happens to your loved one, hi Antonella, if something happens to your loved one and the police come to the door and tell you something's happened, this is what's happened, this is what we know, these are the details, you believe that. You believe that. I can honestly say to each and every one of you, everything the police told us what happened that night didn't happen. Didn't. So far from it. But anyway, I only wanted to come on. I didn't want to really harp on about that because, you know, today is the 7th year anniversary. It's no more difficult today for me. It's just a marker of how long I've been fighting. And I want to say thank you. I mean, Antonella, you're on here. You did a video. A lovely young lady called Carly did a video for the boys. Brexit Brian shared a video that he did at the scene. I'm really grateful when I've seen them. Thank you, Austin from New Zealand. Thank you. We really appreciate it. Look, now I'm getting Facebook's slow connection. Typical. So I would like to thank those that have done their own videos on the boys and remember them, you know, and our fight will go on because without justice, hi Katrina, without justice, there is no peace for me. There is none. And I'm sure anyone else in my situation would do the same thing for their child. There's no way you couldn't. Hi, Carol. But one thing I want to tell you before I go. Hi, Ben. So, as you know, and as I said at the start of this video, and as my post said late last night, that it is 7 years today. 26th of the 1st, 2025. And what happened this week, on Wednesday, I had a policeman at my door. Now, I was away on a break, and I came back today to go to Shepperdston Lane. But at my door, saying they're alleging that there's been, I'm being accused of malicious communications. Now, I know me, and they said this goes back to 2022, but I know me, and I know I have never, ever, ever, ever done any form of malicious communication. It's not me. I'm not an attacker. I'm a defender. I have no clue what they're going to try and use. But whatever it is, I know there's no malicious communications from me. But, you know, I speak out. So they will continue to do this type of thing to me. Facebook flashing up again. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you can see me. So I'm letting you know now, in case whatever it is they believe, which I know is not going to be true anyway, but whatever it is they believe, they could use it, and the comments have stopped. Oh, there's another one. Hi, Claire, thank you. But they could try and use it to stop me posting. They could say, while we look into it further, you can't post online. Things like that. So I'm letting you know now. It's at Uxbridge Police Station. So I've got to wait for them to call me. Oh, thank you, Debbie. I appreciate it. Absolutely, Katrina. They're not, you know, how they can go home at night, face their families and let their families think they're some form of hero that go out and protect children and protect the innocent. I will never know because it's not true. And I hope their families watch this, because instead what they've got is me, a mother that fights out. And I'm not going to use the word grieving because I don't want people to feel sorry for me. All I've ever wanted is support. That's all I've ever wanted. Thank you, Malcolm. I will always grieve for the rest of my life. I know that, because the pain that you feel, which is an emotional pain which you actually feel, is horrendous. And I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Not anyone. It is horrendous. And I know I will feel like that the rest of my life. But I need justice for my son. And I need this to not happen to any other families. I shouldn't have to do this. Just before I go, I know of another family. I won't mention their story because it's not my story to tell. But in 2016, their son died in a terrible way. And guess what? They had to go and put out their own leaflets to catch the man who did it. And when they did catch the man who did it, he got off anyway. Is this the sort of society you want your children and their children brought up in? There was a time when I would have done anything for this country. Anything. In my own job role, I protected people. Yeah, I'm a level 3 trainer in safeguarding, and I would train people how to safeguard people and what to look for and what to spot. We never received none of that. We just received disrespect. And as many of you know, at the autopsy, they took different parts of our boys. 16 parts, I believe. Might be 19. So I actually, at some point, have to arrange another funeral for my son so everything can be together. That's what they did. And without telling us. So anyway, people, I'm just letting you know now. I don't know when, what date it is for the police station, but I know I've done nothing malicious. Never. Never, ever, ever. I'm not an attacker. I'm a defender. And I thought that's what we all were. That's what we was taught to be. That's why we've had so many great soldiers and great veterans in our country. Anyway, everyone, take care, and I will speak to you soon, one way or another.